Alrighty, I think we're live. I think we are. Yeah, cool. Alrighty. Hello, everyone. My name is Gabriel Quinn. I am a concept artist, illustrator, biz dev artist, all that stuff. I don't even know what to say anymore, but I'm making art. Today we're world building. We're going to be painting, drawing, all that stuff. I still have the little thumbnail screen up. And we're going to be working on the same concept we were working on last time, which will be pretty cool. Oh, what up, Sunny? Sunny's in the chat. We're just getting started today. Today I'm going to be really focused because I have a very limited time, so a little less chat interaction, I think. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But first, I'm just going to drop the link to our wonderful Discord community. Let's see here. Alrighty. Sweet. All right, we're in. Yo, what up, Abe? Got Abe, got Sunny, got the boys. All right, so let's review what we did last time. So last time, we looked at the kind of rough sketch we had for this character we were developing. We had pretty much just... Here, let's get rid of this guy. So we pretty much just had this drawing and a few other kind of quick sketches and stuff, which will be pretty cool. But yeah, we had this character sketch, which, what did I just do in Photoshop? Why am I getting rainbow wheel? Hello? Huh. Little, oh. Classic Adobe. Alrighty, so yeah, so we have this window here going. And what are we doing? Sorry, that was a little distracting. So, okay. So we have this character. He's part of Fishworld, which we've talked about at length. Specifically, we were talking about this kind of concept for these not three, but we were looking at these kind of like aristocrat-esque characters. If you guys want to get a review on the purpose of these drawings and why I was concepting these and stuff, you guys can check out the last stream. I talked about them at length, which was good. So today we're just kind of continuing what we did yesterday. Sorry, I don't want to miss a day for streaming, so I'm going for it, but today's going to be a shorter one for sure. I think I'm only going to be able to be on for about 40 minutes, which will be intense, but we're going to try to make some progress. So we had some quick scribbles on the side for kind of like, we wanted a council of 3, a head 3 characters. So we developed that last time on stream, which I think we did a pretty good job. So we modified and just kind of kept working until we got this sort of set of 3 here. And today what I'm thinking is maybe what I do is I'm going to way turn down the opacity on these and kind of do some drawings on top and see if we can't just do a really fun line art session maybe, you know? We'll see how it goes. So yeah. So we can turn these way down, maybe even to 10% or so. And this file is big, so if we draw up close and personal, let's see how we feel if we just kind of jump in here. And I've been tuning up my new pencil brush, so wanting to use that a bit more. Just going to reduce the size. How's this looking? All right, it's a little pixelated, which for what this is fine. Also... All right, we got Abe, HG, Marco, Nab, Sunny, Andy. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. Welcome to the chat, Andy. First time. Nice. Nice. Yeah, on the shorter streams in the past, I haven't been able to get too much done. So I'm hoping today we can kind of break that curse and get a lot done. So let's see, for our IP. So... this is a personal project of mine. Fishworld is pretty near and dear to my heart. I started developing it at like a very, very key point in my art journey where I was really struggling, and I kind of quit. I quit art, and I decided that I was going to take like a whole month off because I was kind of just done and I needed a break. I was very dejected. So coming back in, Well, what was interesting is when I tried to take a month off, I found myself really wanting to draw a lot and do pretty much nothing else. And what was interesting about that is that I actually just let myself trust my own gut in terms of kind of concepting and ideation. And I just made so much work for this project, for this kind of Fishworld project. So, all right, one thing we want to keep in mind is that we're going to zoom out. So we want to check, that's a lot of detail for this much of a zoom out. So actually, we want to maybe moderate this a little bit. We got to wonder, is this going to be how big it is on the page? Yes, it is. Okay, great. Great. Cool. Yeah, you guys are awesome. And I really appreciate all the love on the last video. I did it yesterday and was just getting a lot of love. So I really appreciate it. I'm glad this world building stuff is fun for everyone. Like, that's really cool. Ideally, I would love to just do that kind of stuff, just demo world building and make that the jam. Redatex says, found your channel today. Man, I love it. Oh, it's so nice of you, man. Thank you so much. Ulysses here. Mojo's here. Epic. All right, got all the homies. Javier says, literally found your channel like 15 minutes ago and subscribed right away. Stoked to be in a live session. Oh, let's go. Happy you're here, man. Nice. Yeah, it seems like the channel's hitting a point where people are seeing it, which is good. So I got to prepare for a lot of, I guess, new people, which is such a wonderful, wonderful situation to be in. All right. So this guy we described last time as being very stoic, he's like a lord, right? He's like a very intense, just look at him, he's in charge. This guy, he's in charge. He doesn't care. If you threaten him, he doesn't care. He's the man, right? So we want to keep that in mind as we go about working on this line art for him. And we want it to be simple enough that some color underneath will do most of the work. So we want to not overwork with lines, which for me is super easy to do. I love lines. I love to draw. I love to put lines down on paper. I love concepting that way. And for concept art and VizDev, you kind of have to sometimes sacrifice the immediate love for line for the future joy of bringing these ideas to life, which is really cool. Game Lord's here. Welcome, Game Lord. Oh, still working on getting that invite to you, Game Lord. Sorry about the delay. It's been an insane week. But welcome to the chat. Sunny says, finally get to draw again after I sprained my hand. Aw, man. Glad your hand is healed enough for you to draw. I was just talking to my buddy who developed RSI, which is really easy to get if you're an illustrator or an artist, which is a repetitive stress injury. And you have to take a lot of time off art to recover. So take care of your wrists, guys. Seriously. Make sure you have a point in the day where your wrist isn't doing anything. If you're going from drawing to being on your phone with your thumb to doing this, doing that, it's really easy to, injure. Salmon's here. Let's go. Oh, nice. Ulysses says, what are you listening to lately? Honestly, I've been listening to a lot of Brazilian music, a lot of bossa nova, a lot of classic samba, and new samba. There's this guy, Roger, who I love. Roger's amazing. I'm going to copy the link to the artist so you guys can listen. Boop. Boom. We're efficient today, guys. We're going for it. So let's think. We have this beard on this character. Bossa Nova's my favorite. Dude, it's so good, man. Big reason why I got into guitar was just from those beautiful, beautiful Bossa Nova chords. All right, so over here we have a pretty distinct nose ridge on him, I'm pretty sure. Or not that distinct, actually. So we just got to imply it a little bit, like here. I mean, we could do that with color as well. But yeah, we're aiming to bring these characters into clarity today with a bit of a timer. Timed challenges have been a recent just love. of mine. We've been doing a ton in the community Discord. We do 3 a week. We actually just did one just now, which was really fun. I can show that briefly, where the prompt was a combination of images and words. So the images were these random images that I found for fun. Got a guy on a dock, a random dog, and a random pencil. And we generated random words. And the random words were great and wax. So everybody came up with awesome ideas. The one that I just did some quick little thumbnails and stuff, and I ended up coming up with this idea where the character is a union mandated lunar charter who's in charge of tracking the moon cycles because they're werewolves and they have to put all the sheep on a boat and get them away from this little isolated island they live on, because on the full moon, the people who are werewolves will turn into wolves and they have to leave some sacrificial sheep behind. And it was just really fun, a really fun idea that this little kid who's like a union mandated lunar charter in this world where like werewolves exist in this tiny island, that they have to evacuate all the sheep but leave a few behind to sate the werewolves. It was just some funny stuff, you know, and maybe it's too late, maybe they end up coming, you know, before it's too late. But we have an hour to do these challenges, so coming up with this whole world in an hour was a great accomplishment for me. I felt really good about it, so that was cool. And we do that all the time in the Discord. But yeah, so let's continue here. We have our guy, our Lord of Fishworld, kind of. He controls it by the power of his industry, which we discussed last time, which was that he was a copper refiner, a miner and refiner. And he gathers this great and necessary resource, and he uses it to create these airships that are the only means of securing food in the world, are these giant copper-plated airships. So he's a very wealthy man, very powerful man. That's what we're focusing on. Focusing on him as kind of this powerful man. Oh man, so glad you guys love Bossa Nova. That's awesome. That's great. Heck yeah. Let's go. That one. There's this one artist I like as well. Leo Midia, and Pedro Ricardo. They're great. Love them. I do like how the classic sound of samba and bossa nova is really making a resurgence, to be honest, in the mainstream. I really like it. It sounds gorgeous and beautiful. Like, I don't think there's any other musical movement that captures the same beautiful, beautiful charm. All right, so his helmet kind of goes in this sort of shape. We wanted his to feel a little bit more like a crown than we did a Pope hat. Like, some of them feel kind of like Pope hats, these weird fish hats, where, you know, this world is so strange that I just kind of have to assume people know about it, or like make a Fishworld intro video for people so that they can understand what's happening. Because having to explain why they wear fish on their hats every time, it's a lot. I don't know if that's possible, you know? So we'll see. But hablas español. Your R pronunciation was spot on. Hey, thanks, Ziben. Also, welcome, Ziben. I unfortunately do not speak Spanish. I wish I spoke Spanish. I think Spanish is my favorite way my name is pronounced. Gabriel. I love it. I love it so much. Gabriel. I don't know. Gabriel. So much better. But I love Spanish as a language. I know like random stuff in Spanish, but nothing useful. Decidí no estar vivo, mi hermosa. It's like random, weird stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I used to play a lot of open mics, and I would get my Spanish friends to help me write really stupid like Spanish love songs that the goal was to make my Spanish friends laugh and to make all the white girls swoon. And it worked. It was hilarious. You know, I'd hop up the E minor chord, like, desearía no estás vivo, mi hermosa. They just eat it up. Estoy solo bajo la lluvia, porque estoy sin ti. Mi amor, vio estrellas en tu mirada. Yeah. That's how we laugh in Spanish text. Oh, I remember. Oh, man. Okay, so this guy has this great big fish on his hat too, right? So we got to do his swooping tail. I feel like it should be a pretty distinct silhouette here, right? Yeah, guys, album dropping soon. Let's go. Mojo more like moyo. We need the cat emoji here to express the vibing. Oh man, so true. I love this one cat emoji and that I've been using it everywhere in the community Discord. So like, I can show you guys. So we've been doing some really fun challenges and stuff. So this was everyone else's submission for the brief challenge with the wax. So everybody did such a great job. Here's my little post. But I always put these little dancing cats. I love them so much. They're great. Yeah, some really fantastic stuff, like a beautiful candle guy on a crazy wolf, and this wonderful dock scene from Nabs, and Mojo, this great candle man who's warding off the wolf demon. Like, people came up with such interesting stuff. Ayub's wolf bee hybrid. Like, everybody comes up with something different. This great, like, wolfkin battling giant bees. Everybody did such a great job, man. Candle stilts. I'm really impressed with how well everybody does on these challenges. But yeah, really cool stuff. All right, so he's got a cool fish on his hat, which is kind of like facing the other way though. So we're getting kind of the back view here. But I like this kind of interesting use of silhouette, right? So we're using the back of the fish to show this really unique kind of silhouette, right? Like, he's pretty stoic and intense and like metallic, but then the fish on his hat is very beautiful and its silhouette, right? Let's carve out this shape here. Simon says, would it work if this guy didn't have any fish symbolism on him and he had a simple purple clothes and a simple copper ring to show he has the real power? He doesn't need to show off. Just a question. I mean, there's a world in which that's a good take. Aurora said, back from my appointment and ready. Let's go. Yeah, there's a world where minimalism works. I think that because in this world, this is a very decorative world of a lot of filigree and everything. Like, we really do want to push. We want to push the kind of I don't know, decorative nature of the world. We want that to be really at the forefront. He kind of reminds me a little bit of the villain from... Do you guys remember the show Symbionic Titan? Do you remember that? That show, I thought, was very underrated. But I also just love Gendy. Gendy Tartakovsky's my boy. He's my boy. I think if I could intern for everyone right now, it would be Gendy. Gendy Tartakovsky for sure. Oh, welcome, Calvin. Talk about storytelling, man. Gendy's like, he's the guy, dude. He's the GOAT. He's so good. Oh man, Primal was so good. I also just remember how cool Samurai Jack was when I was a kid. So cool. All right, we're making some markations for potential decorative elements on the side. So what I just did would kind of change the design on this side to where this eye would be in a bigger casing, pretty much. Oof. Zooming out all the way back, this is way too much detail. It's like way too much. We gotta strip it back, so we gotta start again. Use a larger brush, maybe work from a little bit farther away. Because remember, this is like a silhouette image. It's not supposed to be packed with detail and information. There is a world where we do that eventually, but right now we really just want these characters to be able to be next to each other and just to feel really good. I loved that shoe. Oh, nice. Loser's Guide said, I've been watching past streams and I watch them while I draw, and honestly, this helped me get out of an art block. Let's go! Art block destroyed. Art block and guys, listen. If you're ever struggling with art block, tell them to come talk to me, all right? I'll talk to your art block, all right? Free my boy. Love that show. Oh, nice. Yeah, dude. Gendy's got some good shows. I feel like his biggest masterpiece, though, is just because I'm biased as heck, but the 2003 Star Wars The Clone Wars, man. Oh, so good. Z-Bound Art says, I'm drawing as I listen and watch your live on my phone. Ah, sick. Salmon says, I thought it would work because you said he has a humble copper worker that became a leader of the industry. Or did I hear that wrong? Well, he wants to present as being a man of the people, but he is a man in power. That's kind of the vibe we're going for here. Oh, looks like Photoshop's a little funky today. I think I have too many things open, turns out. Maybe we can close this guy out. Keep going. I know the real culprit is that other PSD, man. It's huge. So with drawings like this, we kind of have to make a decision on how we line things, right? So in theory, we could kind of simply draw this and almost just draw lines around the shadows too. Like that is a technique. A lot of artists use that technique for sure. But we got to decide whether or not that's actually going to work here, or if we want to simply have the nostrils and then a indication of the nose around. It's definitely more my style doing it this way, but we want to make sure we're getting the nose right. Let's see. Yeah. Just got to dip it in the front. All right, there we go. And then here we'll get all the shadows and stuff after. We'll draw those in special. But yeah, figuring out how we're gonna finish this stuff, always good to do. It's good to know how we want things to end up, right? This nose is a little high for the character. Bring it down a little bit. There we go. Grim says, hello. Welcome, Grim. Simon says, okay, I thought he was a rule in the shadows kind of guy. No, this guy's like the face of the island, supposed to be. Marcus says, there hasn't been a show yet to watch The level of impact Tartakovsky's Star Wars had on me as a kid, I'd watch and rewatch all over again. Oh my gosh, yeah, dude. I'm going to watch that this weekend, I think, just to inspire myself. Gendy's the GOAT, man. I want to interview that guy. All right. I'm feeling good about this iteration here. We're feeling pretty good about this. So now what we can do is do that same kind of move. Now that's a lot simpler than what we had before. Look at all that detail we were trying to include before. That's way too much. This is kind of where we want to be. For this level of drawing, this is where we want to be. Because we'll do kind of call out portraits for each of these characters. So this doesn't have to be all that crazy. Gonna give him almost Princess Leia-esque space buns on the side here. Always draw him higher on that side. All right. Let's get after this, boyos. I remember the first time I saw Gendy's take on Star Wars. I remember it clearly. I was in my sister's friend's bedroom. His name was Yannick. Awesome guy. Beautiful violin player. Cool dude. Very much like older brother vibe for me for a while. And he pulled out his iPod. It was one of these ones with the screen. And I watched it on this screen. I watched Star Wars on that screen. And I watched it. And it was the scene where all the clones are cavalry charging into the bounty hunter guy with all the assassin droids that he was controlling. And it was like, it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen in my life. It was so cool. I was like, oh my God. The power of world building, man. All right, the one thing we do want to keep is the take on the fish we had here. So I am going to copy this over, actually. See if we can't use this to our advantage here a little bit. Okay, it's a little bombastic here. It's a little bit big. Maybe if we shrink it, we can merge it and make it work, probably. Or... no, better to draw it straight, I think. Do a time check. Oh my gosh. Wow. We didn't really get anywhere here. Only having 40 minutes to stream is pretty tough. The only reason I have to go soon is because I have a volunteering obligation that I do every Friday. I work with middle schoolers, so gotta go to that. Gotta go be of service. But let's try and get as much done as we can. Gosh, the stream was really... I might have to, like, I don't know, unlist this one because I got nothing done. Yeah, that feels good. That feels really nice. I like this kind of like angelfish vibe we got going on with this fish here. It's feeling good, I think. Marcus says, I'd break down that energy into high-level cinematic composition and staging with cool animated action. There's of course much more to it, but it went beyond most shows at the time. Yeah, well, you know, I remember there's this great YouTube channel. I can't remember which guy took a look at it, but he was analyzing Genndy Tartakovsky's style. One thing that's so cool about Gendy's style is that he animates mostly just in keyframes. It's keyframe to keyframe. There's not really a lot of in-betweens for his action. It's very like pose, 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 pose. And I think because of that, you know, there's this kind of rhythm that he's able to achieve, which is truly spectacular, to be honest. Absolutely spectacular. All right, guys, we're kind of treating this a little bit like an industry gig here with how fast we're going. I'm really moving at a quick pace because we don't have a lot of time, and much like when we're on the job concepting for a client or whatever, you got to be really fast. Depending on what you have to hand in, right? These beautiful hexagonal scales. What scale were they, though? What scale were the scales? All right, about 2 per row, kind of. So we sort of have to do it like this. Yeah, there we go. It's feeling pretty good. Do the ridge line around this guy. Has enough. All right, now let's see here. We wanted to do... So in the underpainting, we kind of left a lot of things abstract, and that's because when you move things to line, we want to leave a little bit of room for experimentation and exploration. At least for me, I like to. I don't like to have everything in the undersketch because sometimes you find an idea along the way or something cool and you want to give yourself a chance to find it, I think. You know? Let's see how that feels. All right, the hat feels good. The hat feels right. So I like that. And what's nice is the fish, we can interchange the fish however we want. So we can change it, add it, rearrange it, whatever. Since we're crunched for time, instead of doing the whole costume, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the kind of collar piece maybe, which is not going to be exact. If you want things in your world to feel a little handmade and a little jank, don't be afraid to hand draw it and let it be a little wonky. It's got that handmade quality to it that you wouldn't necessarily get if you're drawing it with snap or quick shape and all that stuff. That's the one thing that you got to watch out for, is making everything feel super manufactured and of an insane quality and degree. Like, I don't think there's a lot of crazy high level manufacturing in this world. A lot of it's handmade artisan craft and whatnot. And of course this guy can afford the best, but the best can only look so good, right? So that's what we're going for with him. So I don't know why he has this kind of ring of copper around his neck, but I like the silhouette of it, so we're going to keep it for now. And it'll kind of have probably fasteners to the collar piece. Another motif. Solidify it. Yeah. Yeah. Boom, baby. Maybe this is where like the center kind of chain hangs from. I don't know if we're going to keep the rings. I do like the rings. We might have to make it so they don't get so big down. Like, this is really drawing attention when I don't know if it should. We'll see when we get there later on. But for now, we're going to move on to the second character. The lady of the markets, the kind of queen of the markets. We wanted her to be from some kind of parallel, some kind of like Silk Roads-esque parallel world in this fantasy world. She's kind of really in charge of a lot of the day-to-day economics that are happening. She's got a pretty tight grip on scarcity, manufactured scarcity, luxury, all that stuff. right? And she's kind of like offering you an opportunity. That's what we kind of decided last time. She's sort of extending her hand, offering you like some Faustian-esque bargain, potentially. Z-Ban said, very Vogue, very Vogue. True. Sandman says, oh, I thought you meant line art solidifies it. Solidifies. Yeah, line art does solidify it. It's true. Line art, lines define things, right? Okay, we don't want to copy the exact same cheekbone style. A girl boss? The trade queen? Oh, she's a girl boss, all right. And I'm imagining her hat is made of many different materials, but they complement each other because she's got this very diverse sort of sprawl of resource at her disposal. We really want their costumes to represent their domain, right? So her domain is luxury, vibrancy, life in general. Like she kind of really controls that element to this world. So I'm imagining for her fish hat, because yes, all of their hats are shaped like fish, because of her fish hat probably has a kind of, it's very Pope-esque from this angle, which maybe we want. Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss. Bia Soar says, just finished watching the previous stream. I don't know if I'll be able to stay until the end since it's dinner time, Portugal, but just wanted to say thank you so much. You helped me a ton. Oh my gosh. Awesome, Bia. Thanks for joining us live. You're great. Thank you so much for the kind words. My goodness. Yeah, we gotta give the homies the theoretical equipment to world build their ideas, because everybody's having such great ideas and I want to see them come to life. Or there's ideas with so much potential and all they need is a little bit of theory to take that potential to the next level. So glad it's helping. Really, really, really glad. It's such a bounty for me to be able to do this, share this information, and oh man, connect with so many wonderful people. You guys are really wonderful. So we're gonna do a gaping mouth, a gaping-esque mouth, I guess, for this hat, because we want it to feel like there's just so much bursting out, right? Abundance. We want the feeling of this character to be abundance. So we can open the mouth quite wide, actually. Almost like it's sagging down, right? It's the feeling here. Like that's already a bit more interesting, I think, than a Pope-esque silhouette. Some other characters have that silhouette, like we did the original sketch for this IP. We have like a very, like this guy. He's very like, oh, my sweet child, yes, don't you? Yes, yes. This is the servant girl carrying the cape of this noble fishmonger, maybe. I don't know what he does. But yeah, let's keep going here. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Hoorah. Don't want to give her like a crazy square jaw. The coral queen. Ooh, could do. I like the coral motif because we're going to have a lot of vibrant fish scales here. It's possible that in her headdress, not only is she displaying these beautiful, beautiful, high value fish, which are a big part of her market and sale. It's possible that she also, within her realm of power and disposal, does have beautiful pieces of coral. Coral queen is good. That's good, Javier. Picardo. Man, I really should learn Spanish, shouldn't I? Can't be that hard. It can't be that hard to learn a language, guys. I feel like if I can learn to draw, I can learn to speak Spanish, right? I'm trying to learn Farsi right now from my girlfriend. It's hard. But I'm learning some here and there. Solaire says coral is cool because it will die pretty quickly outside of water with the wrong conditions. So her having vibrant coral means she's probably getting it daily at least. Exactly. And that's the whole point of these whatchamacallit. It's the whole point of these very wealthy people is that fish is a very, very valuable commodity in this world, and they are able to replace and refresh these high value fish simply to adorn their outfits and their fashion, to mark their status. Pretty messed up, if you ask me. Pretty darn messed up. Almost as messed up as going to space right now with the state of the world. Almost as messed up as that. Could you imagine someone going to space right now as the world is how it is right now? Could you imagine that? Crazy to think about. HC says, are the hats the servants wear fish cans or inspired by those? Yes, they are. Sardine cans, baby. Let's go. Zban says, I'm a native Spanish speaker. Sometimes I'm impressed that I managed to speak at all. Oh, no. Mojo says, is that why it's called Fishworld? Silly Mojo. Yes. Yes, it is. It absolutely is why. But we can get creative. We're being pretty simple with these fish. I feel like we can get pretty creative here. Like maybe, how much time do we have? Oof. All right. I have to go 5 minutes ago. So let's push these sketches a little bit farther. Oh man, this will be a really quick stream today. We can eventually give them like really weird fish on their hats. Like that'll be really fun to mess around with as we like just kind of continue to develop this world. But for now, that's pretty fun already, I think. Reditex says, lately I've been learning Russian and now I've started to learn Spanish. Learning a language requires time and regular devotion. I don't like to put it like hard to learn. Some of them need more time. Yeah, I think consistency and like constancy is more important than raw effort and amount, right? Okay, say a new word you learned. I'll guess what it is. Oh, in Farsi. Oh, well, I learned recently Sakdemun. Sakdemun is a good one. Also, I learned Rish in Farsi. I'm learning French and Japanese. That's a lot. Javier says, appreciate your time with us. I'm an aspiring artist and fascinated by all of this. Look forward to more. Oh, yeah, dude. We're going to do tons more world building streams. Let's go. Boom. Oh, yeah, this is a great time while I'm drawing these last few little bits and bobs here, that if you like the channel, definitely subscribe. If you like this video, if you like the stream or these ideas and you want to see more, definitely like the video so I know what people are enjoying. And yeah, definitely if you want to catch the streams live, you can turn on notifications if you want. And if you want to join our Discord community, it's through Patreon right now. If you want to support the stream and join us for one of our 3 weekly challenges. We do 3 a week. You can join us for any one of them or all of them if you wish. And that is in the description. You can join through Patreon. Also for my character design course in November and December, there are only 2 spots left. Just saying that now. If you are thinking of taking it, definitely read through the entire Gumroad post and make sure it's right for you. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. So really exciting, guys. Octopus hat, question mark. Oh, we got to do an octopus hat. That'd be sick. Also, welcome Gustavo Lopez. Oh my gosh, all these incredible names. You guys have sick names. All right, we were wanting to do some coral too, right? Luckily, a lot of this stuff is kind of in my visual library already because I'm from Bermuda, baby. Draw what you know, right? For me, it's Fishworld. For you, it could be, I don't know, Bread World. If you live in France, I don't know. But yeah, cool. So we got some kind of coral bits here. This is pretty graphic how I'm drawing it. Not a lot of forms here. Sakhdemon. Actually, Semen, it's just building. Sakhdemon in Farsi, building. Who would have thought? Not me. All right, let's see, guys. I really do gotta go. Let me see if I can just scribble out a few more things for this character. I love sea fans. Maybe we can do like a fun sea fan-esque motif here. Something cool like that, right? Well, we'll pick up this again in more detail. I think I'll probably finish this stuff off stream and come back next week and show kind of like where we're at with the project, show all the development and stuff. But yeah, we could even make this like a sailfish potentially. Or no, we can't because the eel is there. But there's some cool potential here, I think. For this character in particular to have a very, very decorative headdress. The silhouette before, though, was pretty strong, like the vertical and then the kind of bit on top. So maybe we can work to kind of keep that again. We can kind of take another look at this again. We'll see. But yeah. Yeah, we'll continue this next time. But we kind of did a little bit of line art, but I just wanted to kind of go live and, you know, continue connecting with you guys. And last time we did a whole lot of fun stuff. I think we went for 2 hours last time getting all these guys down. So we're moving to line art now. It's a long process. Line art takes time, especially when you want it to be good and simple. So next time we'll have made more progress on this. I'll update you guys on that. And yeah, I really appreciate everybody dropping in today. And you guys are awesome. Much love to everyone in the chat. And yeah, all those updates I said, definitely subscribe, all that stuff, like the video. And if you're watching this live, thank you so much for sticking around. If you're watching this back as a recording, sorry this one wasn't too long. Hope you guys still get something out of it though, which will be great. And thank you so much for the warm wishes on the weekend, guys. You guys are awesome, man. I'm blessed with the absolute best audience. Like, you guys are amazing. And yeah, thanks for all the comments, by the way. Definitely keep leaving comments so I know what you guys are connecting with. And I reply to every comment, but I kind of do it in sort of like waves, so we'll see. And yeah, take care, everybody. Man, you guys are awesome. All right. Much love, everybody.